There I was, innocently typing away on my computer, and what happens? It shuts down. It would not let me turn my computer on. Alright, it is now Thursday. I didn't feel like vlogging yesterday. I woke up later than I wanted to, but I still managed to get my 3 hours of writing in, and I wrote 1,300 words, which if you've been following along is the most that I've written so far. But I did type those. I did not use speech recognition, so I type a lot faster than I can do speech recognition, as I've explained, just because in speech recognition I have to constantly correct it because it gets a lot of words wrong. I didn't finish my scene yesterday because, as I think I mentioned in the previous vlog, this was a pretty long scene that had a lot of information to unpack, so I'm still working on it. I mean, technically the scene changes locations, so it could be considered two separate scenes, in which case I would have finished the one portion of it, but I don't want to confuse myself. In my outline it's one scene, because like I said, I did not realize that I had this other part to add to that. I rambled long enough about that in the last vlog. I did not wake up at 9 either today. I woke up at 10:20, I think. Yeah, we'll see if I end up typing or doing speech recognition for finishing the one scene, and then I might possibly move on to the next scene today. It depends on how long that last half of yesterday's scene is. Unless it's a lot longer than I think it's going to be, I should at least be able to start on the following scene, which is very exciting because the following scene is the last one in chapter 37, the current chapter I'm working on, and it's also the last one of section 7. So I'm going to finish section 7 out of 10 of my outline. I think definitely, the plane is flying by and it distracted me for a moment. So I'm definitely going to finish section 7 by the end of this week. I can definitely do that. I'm going to say for sure that I can do that, and I will do that. I know I've said it's a 10-part outline, but it's actually 11 parts, because when I first made the 10-part outline years ago, since I've been working on this book for a very long time, I think I made the outline back in 2014. It's possible. I was working on this one at the same time as a book that I have now finished. I stopped working on this one for a while because I wanted to finish that other book, and now I'm back to this one because it is now my current project that's the furthest along, so I really want to be able to finish it in the next few months. There's actually a whole extra section, so that is a side plot that I didn't outline in my original outline. I'm still pretty far along in the book though, so it's still very exciting for me. I cannot wait to have finished this book, because then I'll have finished my 3rd novel, which is very exciting. So instead of rambling about it, I should get to work. So I just went through a bit of a crisis. There I was, innocently typing away on my computer, and what happens? It shuts down. I had not saved my work in quite a while. I don't remember the last time I saved my work. So I'm like, okay, that's weird. Maybe my computer wasn't plugged in or something, because my computer is at the point now where if it's not plugged in, it cannot function. It no longer has any battery life left on it because it's dying, to be honest. It was plugged in. It should have been working. So I tried turning it back on, and what pops up? This terrifying screen of how internal memory failure, something, buy a new battery, or I don't know. It was very upsetting. It would not let me turn my computer on. I was like struggling with this, panicking, because I have not backed up my computer in a couple weeks. So all of the work that I've been doing on my book for the last week, mostly the last week, because I didn't really write the week before, but mostly the last week, I'd written like almost a whole chapter, so I didn't want to lose that, and I was kind of panicking because I thought I was going to lose that, plus everything else on my computer that I hadn't saved for like 3 weeks or whatever. I don't know. I did some art that I wanted to not lose, and it was very, very frustrating and upsetting. I plugged my computer into the wall instead of into the extension cord that it's normally plugged into. I don't know if that made a difference. Anyway, I tried turning my computer on like 50 times, and eventually it turned on, and tried to like run some sort of auto repair thing. It said auto repair cannot fix my computer, but I did get it to turn on. So thank God I was able to, I immediately saved my book because that's the most important thing, and my art that I was worried about losing. But then I did just plug in my external hard drive and I back up everything on my computer just to be safe, because you never know if it's going to turn back on again. I still don't know if it's going to turn on again tomorrow. It's currently on right now because I'm afraid to turn it off, even though I'm done typing for now. Oh my god, that was so stressful. And I did lose like half a page of work, which is also very upsetting. So anyway, I had ended up just rewriting the portion that I had lost. Auto recovery saved some stuff, but not everything. I remember the scene, I think the scene went on for a little longer originally. I must have just rambled more or something. It was a conversation between two characters. I think I just like kind of got to the point this time. I don't know. I think it's probably a lot stronger now than it was before. Not that I'm happy about that happening, but I think this last portion of the scene is a bit tighter than it was originally, because I just kind of got to the point instead of having the characters deliberating and figuring out what they want to do for a few back and forths. I think this time they just kind of like decide what to do a bit faster. I also, since I think what happened was that my memory was almost all used up on my computer, so after backing up everything on my hard drive, I went through and I deleted a whole bunch of videos. So now I have like another 140 gigabytes of space on my computer, and hopefully that is the only problem. It said something about like changing the battery, but that shouldn't make it not work because my battery life has been dead forever and it's plugged into electricity, so that shouldn't be the problem. I'm hoping that it was just the memory thing. Maybe it freaked out because it didn't have enough memory left to turn on or something. I don't know. It had 677 gigabytes of memory, and it was like 1 point something gigabytes away from being full, and so I think maybe that was cutting it too close. I don't remember what the last thing I put on my computer was. I probably transferred some video files on there or something, but that... wow. So anyway, I wrote about 390 words, or rewrote it anyway. I've written twice as much today since I lost a lot of it. But that was my total finished word count. I am too exhausted from all of that to work on the next scene right now. I'm just going to leave it. I also realized, which was what I was originally going to update about until all that happened, the reason that this particular scene is so long is because yesterday I had gone over this scene, but then I also went over like the scene coming up from the next section, section 8. And I realized like the information from what was going to happen in section 8, I've already started putting into this current scene. So I just decided to finish off the scene. So like that part from section 8 is now done. I'm going to decide later how I want to cut it up. So if I want to transfer it over to that section 8, we'll see what ends up happening. But so I pretty much wrote an extra scene on top of what I was planning to from my outline, just because my outline was a little bit unclear. It's fine. It's just, I was wondering why my scene was taking so long yesterday, because I was like, why is there so much information in this scene? Because it's 2 scenes. That's why. That's where I am. Still have 1 scene to go, then I'm done with chapter 37, and I'm done with section 7. Hopefully my computer does not die on me, which would really suck. But I think I might do something more fun right now, and I'm going to do some singing practice, because singing always cheers me up. I don't know. I don't want to lose it. I don't want to buy a new computer. They're expensive. That was very upsetting. I'm still a little traumatized.